lovelies, Mason here. I'm actually talking on video for the first time in probably a good 6-7 months. Bad Mason. Anyway, it's been a hot minute since I have done a video directly talking to you guys, and I'm really excited that I am today because I have something really cool to share with you all that I've been basically waiting on for about 6 months. So I need to give some context. Mulan is basically my favorite Disney princess, if you want to call her a princess, I don't know. But I remember the movie came out when I was about 2, and I instantly fell in love, and she has been a love of mine for 22 years now. So initially I was really excited to hear that the live action movie was coming out on my actual birthday, March 27th, and then the you-know-what hit. I don't know if I'm even allowed to say it. The virus. I'm gonna call it the virus. The virus hit. So needless to say, I was very distraught. However, then Colourpop came out with their Mulan collection, and I was even more excited because then I was like, oh, and then I'll have something to look forward to. I'll have something to play with until the movie eventually comes out, which is now 6 months later. It comes out tomorrow. I'm super thrilled. So the first time around, I was ready to get that PR box collection. And what happened was the same day I had a pain management appointment. And it was at the exact same time the collection launched. So I was like, hey Dad, can you send me the money for the collection as soon as we're done with the appointment? And he's like, yeah, sure. I know how much you love Mulan. So it came out. I was at my appointment. By the time I got done, it was no more. Everything was literally sold out. And I was really upset for a good couple of months until recently, about 3 weeks ago, they said, hey, we're restocking the whole collection, and I nearly had a heart attack in a good way. And there's my cat making noise. So I ordered it about 2 weeks ago, and it came yesterday, and I've been trying so hard to keep my hands off of it, and I can't anymore. So first we're gonna do an unboxing, and then I'm gonna do a walkthrough makeup look with all the products, and I'm gonna actually talk while I do it. So I'm really excited, so let's get to it. At this point, I need to put my glasses on because I can't see, so I'm really sorry about the glare. All right, here she is in all her beautifulness. I love this so much. It makes me so happy. I mean, oh. Okay, so the box, this is the PR box, and it is really, really sturdy. Like, I was very surprised about how sturdy this is. The art on it is beautiful. On the front, you got this gold inlays with Mulan, Colourpop, and the box opens up here. On the back, you've got some beautiful flowers, and they are a little raised, and there's texture to them. It is amazing, to say the least. So we open up the PR box, and it is 3-tiered. I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Dun, 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 dun. So I can't even fit it all. So on this slide, we've got 3 lip products. In the middle, we've got the eyeshadow palette, and then the Jasmine Face Milk, and the lip mask, which I'm excited to try later on today, and 2 blushes. So I don't know where we're gonna start. I think we'll start with the lip products because I'm really excited about those as a lippy person, you know? Okay, let me get them out. And there's art on all the products, which is stunning. I mean, whoever the artistic director was for this stuff, kudos to you. All right, so we're gonna start with the Luxe Gloss. This is the packaging of the Luxe Gloss. It has the Phoenix, and it's ironically called Phoenix too. So I'm gonna open it up. I've never tried a Luxe Gloss from Colourpop, but I have tried the regular glosses. I actually have some other stuff I got from Colourpop at the time I wanna show you guys too real quick after this. So here is the beautiful Luxe Gloss, and looking at it, it is gold with some teal in it. It's in, like, I would say a clear pinkish goldish base. That's your nice little applicator right there. But color wise, I think it's stunning. It embodies everything Mulan is, in my opinion. The art is just beautiful. It says Mulan. So there's the Luxe lip gloss, and then you have a Luxe lipstick with art of Mulan on the side. And this is the shade, I don't know. It's not called I don't know, but we'll see what it's called. Because it doesn't say it on the top. Ooh, there's art on the inside too. Do you guys see that? So I think I've tried a couple of their Luxe lipsticks. I know the lipsticks are more like a brick red with some very cool tones to them. That is stunning. Look at the chiseledness to the lipstick. Oh, I can't wait to try it. The color is called Mulan, and I think it's perfect. I'm so excited to try it. I think I might be using that today with my look. And then you have the Luxe liquid lipstick, and I really am into liquid lipsticks lately. So you have the artwork of Mulan on it. It kind of goes on to the other side. And then they have some kanji, not kanji, Chinese characters that say probably loyal, brave, and true. Like, you know, I'm not gonna go on a Mulan spiel. All right, so this is called Strong Chi. And that is like a true cool red. Probably has the same applicator, almost the same applicator as the Luxe Gloss. I mean, that is like perfect red for me. I'm really excited to try that out too. We'll do the blushes next. Now, I'm not sure how these blushes are gonna work out for me, because when I saw them online, I initially was like, oh, they're a little dark, and I'm a pale gal. So we'll see how they work out. One might be a bronzer, one might be a blush I'll like mix in with other stuff. So this is the first blush. This one's called Matchmaker. Take out the plastic. This one almost looks like it'd be more of a bronzer shade for me, like a light contour bronzer. Yeah. I don't know how well that would work as a blush for me, but I'm still gonna find ways to use it. And I didn't show the packaging with the first one because I'm a dada. This is the packaging for the blushes. Got some goldness on there. Okay, and then this one is Good Luck Charm, it's called. Now this I could get away with more as a blush for me. It's a little more orangey. So if I mix it with something with more of a pink hue, I think we'd have something really cool going on right here. I love the embossed flowers in it. It's stunning. It looks like it has a little bit of a gold shimmer to it. I don't know how well that's translating on camera, but it's there. Okay, so I guess I'll do the skin and we'll do the palette last. So we have this Jasmine Face Milk. It says apply 2 to 3 drops into palms, warm between your hands, and gently press into skin, use as needed. I have yet to have tried any of the face milks from 4th Ray Beauty / Colourpop. I love how pretty this packaging is. I wonder what it smells like. Me with my smells. Oh, it doesn't have much of a smell, which is nice. So I think this will be really nice. I read online it's good for just like a general moisturization. And then we have, if I can even get it out, the lip mask. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So this is the lip mask and it's gold. So it's gold and shimmery. I don't know if Colourpop's ever come out with any lip masks before, but it has a cute little hair clip that she uses. We'll open it up. Take the top off. It has a little bit of like a neutral, like no smell. It's stunning. Oh, I'm so excited to use that. Last but not least is the palette. Like I said, I haven't looked at any of this stuff in person because I wanted to have a genuine reaction. So all the shade names are on the back of the palette, I'm sure, as they're on the back of the packaging. The packaging is beautiful like everything else. So we'll open this up. And again, they even took attention to detail and did stuff on the inside too. So this is the palette front. On the back, there's all the shades. Oh my gosh. It is so perfect, you guys. Oh my god. I'm so happy. Okay, so the shades, we have glitter shades, we have like duochrome shimmer, we have the mattes. Oh, I cannot wait to play with this. I'm really excited. Just to give you a closer look. I'm so happy. Oh, I could die. And then you have the beautiful artwork of Mulan on the inside with her sword. And I'm still assuming this is the loyal, brave, and true that her sword says. All right, you guys, this is fantastic. I'm really living right now. But before we go on to anything else, I wanted to share just a couple other new things from Colourpop that I got, because I was really excited about those too. And some of those things I will be using today, and I'll note those. So first is their new Garden Variety palette. I love all the embossing on here where it's like textured and like you can see like there's like risen areas to it. All the shade names are on the back and those are all upraised as well. I got this because I'm really into plants and I love succulents. I mean, this really is the epitome of like a garden themed palette in my opinion. There's beautiful shimmers, duochromes, and mattes. And then I got two ultra blotted lips that look very similar because I'm very into like certain colors lately. However, I've never tried their ultra blotted lip colors, but I got these two colors right here. I hope they translate well enough that they look different. This one's a little lighter and this one's darker. The top one is Doozy and the bottom one is Cypress Chill. After that, I got two things from the Sunflower collection. One is a lip gloss, and as you can see, it is stunning. It is in a peachy pink base and it has beautiful gold flecks in it. And then I've never had a brown eyeliner that's gel or liquid in my life, so I decided to get the brown gel liner from that Sunflower collection. It's called Lil Ray Sunshine. I got two gel liners that were part of their one recent collection. I forget honestly what it's called, but it was the ones that had like aura and out and like all that stuff, and I believe it came from that collection. So I got two of those. I got Icebreaker, which is the tealish aquamarine-ish, and then I got Amethyst Hour, which is the purple, and they are both beautiful. The only thing is the teal one came and it was a little like that, so I was like, oh boy. But no big deal. They come with sharpeners, which is great. I got my usual concealer, no filter, in shade 02 Fair, because I use that for contouring and brightening up my face. And then I got two lippy sticks, one in the color Who Run This, and the other is in Gold Digger. Gold Digger is beautiful, and so is Who Run This. This is more of like an orangey based red, which I'm really into this time of year. And lastly, this is one of the products we're going to be using today. I'm going to also be using probably the brown eyeliner underneath my eyes. I got their liquid liner in just the plain black. All right, you guys, sorry that was pretty long. I'm going to make some notes in the description box telling you where you can skip to see certain things. Hopefully that works out well. I just gotta remember to do it. But anyway, let's get our makeup done, and I'm really excited to do this. So, all right, to start off, I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. I just have the mini size, and then I'm gonna start patting. Also, you may be wondering, why is she not doing skincare anymore before she does her makeup? The reason why is because I literally take my makeup off maybe an hour after I wear it. So I literally have no desire to do skincare anymore, but I'm avidly doing skincare to begin with. So don't worry about that. Because I always used to preach, do skincare before you do your makeup, and now I don't do it anymore. Good job following your own advice, Mason. I'm just patting that in really well. When it touches the heat, it starts to melt down and almost becomes this powdery formula after you work it for a while. And I always end up setting it with a clear translucent powder just to add to a nice base. And I'm sure you can use this stuff for cut creasing as well. I just don't do cut creases that often. Looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna take my Ciate Extraordinary. I always say that, it's extraordinary, but I always say extraordinary. This translucent setting powder. And that's what I like to use for my face and, excuse me, to set my eyes as well. I usually just take some kind of thick, fluffy brush to make sure I get this set on my eyes good. So I think we're first gonna start out by dipping into this shade right here called Fighter as a decent transition decent transition shade and kind of a base for our other colors. So I'm gonna kind of put that in my crease and bring it out a little bit. I'm gonna blend it up to the brow bone. Okay, so this is what I'm starting with. And do the other side. So now we've got both of those eyes done. I think I'm gonna move into the shade right here called Imperial, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna move into the shade right here, which is called Honor. So Honor and Imperial. I'm gonna do Imperial first and then I'll do Honor. I'm gonna move that slightly in my crease, just a little bit. Start building up some depth. You can already see it's starting to build up a shadow. I'm also gonna grab a blending brush. Blending brush for me. I'm gonna use this BH brush right here and slightly work that up in here. Okay, like I said, we're gonna go into Honor just a little bit. I'm just gonna really focus that on my outer crease. So this is what we have so far. Kind of dig it. Next, we're gonna go into True to really define that outer corner and blend it slightly onto the lid. Okay, so this is what we have right now. I think I'm just lightly going to dip into Defiant just on the lid and slightly on the outer crease to give it some darkness. It's technically a little bit of a shimmer shade, but I think I might be able to get away with it. So just that a little bit right there. Now for some fun. We're gonna go back into Fighter and I'm gonna put that on my lid and start blending it out through here. Okay, so it ends up looking like this a little bit. Okay, now for some more fun. I'm gonna take the shade Warrior and we're gonna start that right in here. My dad's talking to the dog. Using my finger to get that. And using my other finger to blend it up in the crease a little bit. And the other side. Now we're gonna go into Undefeated right here. And we're gonna take that in through here to about right in there. All right, I am back. So we're gonna start off now with a primer. I'm gonna be using Yensa Beauty's Tone Up Essential Glow Primer. It's been one of the staples in my beauty collection for a while. For my under eyes, I'm gonna be using Smashbox's Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I also like to put that on my acne as well. Okay, for foundation, I'm gonna be taking the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, and I'm using the shade Light Number 2 Mont Blanc. It is French. For my first concealer, I'm gonna be using NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Light 2 Vanilla. Use that as a general concealer and blend that in. And I forgot to turn the TV down like an idiot. Next, we're going on to contour, and I'm using e.l.f.'s Cream Contour Palette for this. And for highlighting with the contour, I'm going to be using that Colourpop concealer we talked about earlier. I like to mix this shade right, I like to mix this shade right here with that shade right there, because it ends up being the perfect color for my skin tone. So I'm gonna just shade in my cheekbones. And bring it up through here, down through here. I like to bring a little under my cheek and my chin. And then do the same, love you. Do this, okay. Do the same for the other side. Make sure I get it pretty even. Contour is actually very forgiving in my personal opinion. Bring it up, bring it down, bring it under. And then just define my chin a little bit. All right. I actually started doing contour quite recently. Cream contour, I should add. And then my nose, I'm very gentle with. And just bring that through. You can get a little messy with contour, which is a nice thing because it's very forgiving, especially for using concealer as well. And then just a little bit through here. Connect that. Okay. Then I take my Beauty Blender again, and it looks so silly right now, and I blend that out and around. I just like personally mixing those two colors because it's both warm and neutral for me. And I have a very neutral face that shifts between cool and warm. And then do my nose. I'm usually very forgiving with this, so if I get it on top of my bridge and down through here, I just end up using some concealer to lighten that up. Little secret of mine. Okay. So we're gonna take that concealer wherever I put it. Where'd you go? There you are. And for this, I like to not only brighten my eyes just the teensiest little bit, I also put this down my nose because it really brightens things up. Do a little bit right in here. There. Do a little bit on my chin. Try not to use too much. A little down here. And a little throughout here. Okay. Make sure I have enough in here, enough in here. Okay. Then take the Beauty Blender again and blend that out. Just as a nice natural highlight. I don't make my contour too dark personally, but I know how to if I ever needed to. Okay. And down the nose, just down the center. As you can see, then it has a nice little tinge of contour. It's not too much and it's not too little. I just need to blend up here a little bit. All right. Next, we're gonna take some setting powder. I'm gonna use that same Ciate Extraordinary powder. I'm gonna be taking my e.l.f. Kabuki brush for that. If there's smoke coming out of my mouth, it's because I'm vaping. My apologies. Okay. And then I just buff that in underneath my chin first on my neck. Also, I thought these earrings were perfect because they have little swords. So I was thinking ahead. I always make sure to get the areas where I contour too. So that is all ready. So next we're on to brows. I'm gonna be using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer in Granite, which looks like this. It's this one, the more chiseled one. First, I'm gonna spoolie out my brows, make sure there's no powder in them left over. Kind of just get them in order. So please excuse all of my acne. I'm in the middle of getting off of the Depo shot for PCOS control, and it's quite miserable. I've been having heat flashes. I have been moodier than usual. I also have bipolar disorder, so it's not been a good time. So I'm just going to define my brows slightly. Just darken them up a little bit too. For brows, I usually don't have to do too much because I already have so many brows. I was blessed with that. But I still like to do just a little bit of defining to kind of bring everything full circle. And sometimes lengthening the tail of my brows is fun and nice to do. But my brows are definitely sisters and not twins. So I usually work around that, and I don't try and make them completely even in like the way the tails go. So, and then I'm gonna take the spoolie again and just kind of rub in what I just did. The way I do my brows is more of like a full in diffused look opposed to the way a lot of people do their brows. It's only because I personally don't like the brow trends right now. And plus I really don't need those brow trends. And there they are. Next, we're gonna be taking NYX's clear brow gel. It's called Control Freak. And that's how we're gonna set the brows. Excuse me. So I usually just do one pass through usually, and then I start bringing them up. So like that. And then I do that to the other side, like one pass through with the other side of the brush, bring them up a little bit. It's definitely very runway inspired, like how I do this. Like I've seen a lot of makeup artists do this on the runway, and it's just something I like to do personally. Next, we're gonna do eyeliner. Also, fun tip, if your face itches when you have makeup, I'm not itching like allergic reaction, but I just have an itch on my nose, tap where it itches and it usually goes away. The more you know. So I haven't used a Colourpop liquid liner in a while. My eyeliner I've been using is by House Labs. So I'm not quite used to this one as I used to be. And it doesn't look like it's felt tip. It's a liquid liner. Oh boy, we're gonna have fun with this. It's not as dark as I would like it to be, but we're gonna make it work. Like, I don't know, it may not show up, but it's like bristles, and I usually don't work with that kind of liner, but I shall prevail. Okay, so when I do liner, I kind of line up with how my lower lid, whatever, I don't even know what to call that. So I kind of angle it like this, so it kind of matches. So we're going to be really super careful with this. And then I do something like that. And then I usually will just fill in as I go along. So I just try to make them as even as possible. I kind of just drag it. Kind of make like a little stamp at first, if you can see. And then I'll go in and finish it. Not bad. I'm really impressed with myself. Just gonna shake it up a little bit, make sure the tip is nice and good. To do the other side. Fun fact about me, when I have just eyeshadow on, I literally think my whole makeup look is gonna go to crap. I don't know why. And I get really discouraged when it's just the eyeshadow. And then I'll be like, maybe I should just quit. Maybe I should just stop right now before it completely is a chaotic mess and I look ridiculous. And then once I get my face on and do liner, I'm like, oh, it's okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm very self-conscious sometimes. I think we all are to some degree. But that is one of my biggest self-conscious things, is when I have eyeshadow on and you can see the redness of my face, I'm like, anyway, so I'm gonna let this dry a minute and we're gonna talk about lashes. I'm gonna be using a pair from Velour and the style is Fluffier. So I'm gonna let these dry. I also use the liner dry. I use Velour's glue, and the thing about Velour lashes, whether they're mink or non-mink, they're fantastic. The bands are perfect. The way they style the lashes is amazing. I'm also have been using Dollar Lash Club, and they're pretty good too. But I think for this look, I need something a lot more full and voluminous. So I'm going with these think my liner's dry. And the nice thing about velour, regardless of the type you use, they are very good at being reused, and I highly recommend them. So maybe someday I'll get my own velour beauty coupon. Hint, hint, velour. They're great quality. I love them to death. And I'd like a coupon someday, velour beauty. I'm nowhere near that, but it's just fun to talk about. Okay, so I'm gonna line up my lashes a little bit. I always do lashes and then I'll do like the bottom of my eye. It's just my method to madness. I don't know if anybody else does it like that. And this glue, by the way, even if you don't want to use velour lashes, the brand, get the glue. The glue is the best glue on the market. I swear on my life. Also, I have no idea how long this video is at this point, and I'm really sorry if it's long. I didn't want it to be long, but this is Mulan, so I'm very excited. There we go. Lashes are on. Now we're gonna finish the rest of my face. So like I said, the one blush is definitely more of a bronzer shade for me. It's definitely a warmer bronzer shade, but I think we're gonna go for it. Let's try this out. Again, this is the shade Matchmaker. Ooh, very pigment. It's a little more lighter on my skin than I thought it would be. So I'm really impressed. Just gonna diffuse that a little bit up and down my face. Blend it out a little bit. Because I already have some contour on. I don't need too much of a bronzer. That's really pretty though. Okay, now for blush, we're gonna go into the other shade, which is the Good Luck Charm shade, which is a little more, has a gold glimmer to it. All right, I don't want to ruin the embossing. It's so pretty. All right, I'm gonna be light about this too. Ooh, ooh, that is gorge. That is very gorge. I wish I had a better quality camera because it has the gold flecks in it and it's beautiful. And then after this, we'll do the under eye area. I just want to get this part done. Then we'll do highlighter. And then we should be done, other than lips and setting spray. I always look funny before I blend out my blush. I very much saturate it. And then I take my kabuki brush with the leftover translucent powder and blend it out to be more diffused. That's always what I do. It always turns out good that way. Now for the under eye, I'm gonna take that. Where did it go? This is my life. Where did it go? Okay, so we're gonna take that liner that's called Sunnyvale from the Low Ray Sunshine line. And I'm gonna gently put this in through here in that area. And I'll blend that out with a brush as well. I'll use the same one I used for highlighting my brow bone because that's usually good for smoking out. So this kind of brush, I'm gonna be gentle about it. Beauteous. I was considering putting mascara on my lower lashes. I just don't really feel like it. So if you were following this and want to do this look, go ahead and put lower lash mascara on. It would look fantastic. I just don't feel like it today. I'm gonna be honest. All right, so now we need highlighter and lip and setting spray and we're all done. So I have my own little create your own palette from Colourpop. And I decided I'm gonna use this highlighter I have that's like a free highlighter. Not like I paid no money for it, but it's like a freestanding highlighter. This is Dreamscape. So I'm gonna take Dreamscape and use that as my highlighter. And I started using a brush for highlighter as well. Wow, it's impressive, isn't it? For someone like me who was always looking at brushes for highlighter. And now I'm using a brush for highlighter. So we're gonna highlight the high points, which is for me, my chin. This is also a beautiful highlighter too. Try not to go up too high with that. Okay. A little bit in here. A little bit on the tip of my nose. A little bit in between my brows, and just kind of blend it down a little bit. Do it high on my cheekbone because I have a weird face, I swear. I always like to bring a little bit onto the apple of my cheek as well. And just kind of blend it up through here. Pretty as frig. I love it. All right, next on to our lip and some setting spray, and we are Gucci. All right, I definitely do want to use the actual lipstick, I think. I think that would be a lot more soft for this look. So I'm just gonna take it and use it. It's definitely like a pretty nudie pink, and just slightly I'm overlining. And I think we're gonna finish off with just a little bit of the gloss in Phoenix for a little bit of a highlight. Oh. Okay. All right, you guys. This looks so pretty. All right, we're gonna set with some setting spray once I can get this lip gloss to close. I'm gonna be using Ciate's Everyday Vacay, and close my eyes. Beauteous. All right, you guys, this is the final look. Let me know if you got this collection in the comments, what you think. Are you excited for the new Mulan movie? All that jazz. Also, if you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button because it wants to be your friend, and I do too. And if you feel up to it, hit the bell for notifications. All right, I'm gonna include some pictures too as well right after this, so you can see the look more in detail. But thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all. Bye.